Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what guidance you need to hear in order to make the month of June as abundant as possible for you in your career and or finances. As we dive into this reading together, remember as always that you are the creator of your reality. So always take what you need from these readings, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Find your own truths, clarity, and alignment in these readings, whatever that looks like for you. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you have found this video and this channel. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am a wealth activator, a money mindset and manifestation expert, a channel, and an oracle deck author. If you want more resources to help you manifest more wealth or success into your life faster than ever before, I will leave links below for all the ways to work with me, including my oracle decks and journals, the Wealth Vibe membership, and my mentorship offers. But now it is time for you to pick your pile so we can see what the month of June holds for your finances and or career and how you can make it as abundant as possible. So if you haven't already, take a look at the piles here and see which one you are intuitively drawn to. We have pile 1 with green Aventurine, pile 2 with Pyrite, and pile 3 with orange Selenite. You are, of course, welcome to watch more than one pile if multiple are calling to you. That just means that there are pieces of guidance meant for you in each reading. So go ahead, pause the video if you need to, take however long you need to choose, then click the timestamps below in the description or pinned comment and jump to whichever pile or piles you are called to, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, deck number 1. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what guidance wants to come through to help you make June the most prosperous it possibly can be for you. As we dive in, I wanted to mention that starting in just a few days on June 1st, we are launching our 21-day receiving mode challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. This will be the 4th time we've run the receiving mode challenge inside of the membership. It is my absolute favorite challenge that we run in there and one of our most popular because it is all about mastering the receiving mode and relaxing your way to more money, and who doesn't want that, right? So I will leave the link below so you can come join in. If this is calling to you, I would love to do this challenge with you and share all of the other amazing perks of the Wealth Vibe, like our book club, our daily mini money readings, and we also have 3 live calls taking place in the Wealth Vibe this month, 2 of which are bonus calls. We normally just do 1 a month. So lots going on in there to keep you saturated in the energy of abundance and manifesting more money with ease. So that will be below for you if you want to join in. Now, let's see what we need to hear to make June our most abundant. Yes, yet we have say yes, 30, say yes. Now is the time to be open and receive. Okay, so first of all, a month of receiving. Again, Wealth Vibe membership receiving mode challenge could be great for this, but I'm getting for you, there are going to be a lot of opportunities in June, a lot of opportunities for you to make decisions, a lot of opportunities for money to come to you, a lot of opportunities to upgrade things. So this is an exciting month where I'm feeling a lot of energy moving, a lot of things manifesting, a lot of things kind of changing up in a positive upward momentum for you. It feels busy is what I'm getting. I get like June feels busy for you, but in a very good way. So this is a month for you to be saying, yes, I'm getting to new opportunities. Yes, to things that could lead to more money. I mean, we always kind of want to be doing that when it feels aligned, right? But I'm also getting that your yeses will take you out of your comfort zone this month. And that's a good thing because where you are now, I'm getting, is not like, you know, in the headspace, maybe in the job, maybe in what you're currently doing to make money, or just the way you approach spending money. That's not what's going to take you to the next level of wealth or success that you're looking for. Like, it's kind of, I'm getting it's run its course. It's taken you as far as it can take you. And so this month, there will be opportunities that present themselves to you where you get to say yes to new things. This might feel scary. It might feel like I've cultivated this stability. Why am I saying yes to a new job when I thought I'd be at this job for like the rest of my life or for another few years? Of course, always use discernment. Not every opportunity that comes along has to be a yes. This isn't like you need to say yes to everything, but it is say yes to things that feel aligned but are out of your comfort zone specifically. Say yes to those things. Also, I'm getting the guidance from my team here, my Arrow Collective that I channel from. They're saying also say yes to receiving from others. If you are a person who kind of doesn't let others give to you, especially like you don't let your friends buy you lunch or a coffee ever. You always are the one who's giving more and receiving less. It's like, this is the month to flip that script, is what I'm getting. Like this month, you are being asked to say yes to let other people give to you. I'm getting some of you have a birthday this month, right? Like let yourself receive fully for your birthday, no guilt, anything like that. Like let it in. Receive without guilt, receive without wondering, how am I going to pay them back? Receive without wondering, oh my gosh, are they going to expect something from me? Just receive, especially when it's like a gift or someone's just offering to buy you lunch and it's someone you want to spend the time with, and like let that in, because you're not only letting in abundance, you're letting in love when you do that, and love and abundance go hand in hand. So saying yes to things that get you out of your comfort zone in terms of opportunities, possibly jobs, possibly investments, possibly like different ways of managing money or flowing it, but also saying yes to receiving, which might put you outside of your comfort zone, right? Looking for opportunities to receive without guilt or shame this month, really. But I just see a lot of things coming, like, I see it like coming at you, like things flying at you, like just boom, boom, boom. The universe is bringing you so many things for you to say yes to this month. Yes. 44, you know the way. Trust your intuition on this journey. And I just saw 444 on my phone as I pulled this card. So lots of fours. Repeating fours will be a sign for you this month. If you start to see, you're trying to feel into like, does this feel aligned for me to say yes to? It's out of my comfort zone. It's a little hard to hear my inner guidance above the fear of the ego getting out of the comfort zone. If you see repeating fours around it, it might be that little bit of an extra nudge of being like, hey, this is aligned, or, really look at this because this could be a really great thing to say yes to, right? Like it's just kind of that extra little confirmation if you're already leaning that way. So 4 can be good, but you know the way. Trust your intuition. I see some of you making really big moves this month, like big, bold leaps. It could be in saying yes to things, right? For a lot of you, just the saying yes, it'll be saying yes to things that are maybe little, things that seem inconsequential, yes to that receiving. But for some of you, and that's going to change things as well, right? Let me be clear. But for some of you, you're going to say yes to some things that are going to take you on like big adventures, big journeys. Again, this could be like the new jobs, the shifting careers. But I get that you won't see how big of a journey this is going to be when you say yes to it. And then shortly after saying yes and leaping into it, you will be like, oh my gosh, this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be, in an exciting way, which can also be kind of overwhelming, especially when you're intentionally putting yourself out of your comfort zone, right? So, you know the way. Don't doubt the things that you've said yes to after the fact. They felt correct to you for a reason. Hold on to that, like kind of almost cling to that remembrance. And this is something I've had to do in my own journey at times when I've said yes to really big, wild, crazy, illogical things in my business, and like projects I started and pursued, and then I got partway through and I was like, what am I doing? Or even at the beginning, but I said yes, and then I was like, who am I to do this? And a lot of the fear, the doubt from being outside of my comfort zone threatened me to, kind of pull the plug on things. But I always had to come back to remembering, but this felt intuitively correct to you. This, your inner guidance, your higher self, your soul, your intuition was saying, this is correct, do this. So even though it's scary, even though it's out of your comfort zone, it felt aligned for a reason. Stick with it. See what's on the other end of this. And every time I've done that and been able to walk myself through that, amazing things have happened. Like this is how my first Oracle deck got picked up for traditional publication, how it birthed a whole publishing house into the world. Like phenomenal manifestations that I had to hold for a long time. Like the energy of, even when it felt like I'm crazy, what am I doing? But I said yes to this because it felt intuitively correct when I said yes. So I feel like you might at times this month or after this month feel a little crazy after things you said yes to. But if you were sure to make sure they felt aligned, that they felt intuitively correct to you, even if they're outside your comfort zone, but they felt like just like a soul yes to you, you get to keep coming back to those things in the weeks and months to come and remind yourself of that, because this is setting you up for huge success, big rewards, miraculous money manifestations. You just can't see the end goal yet because you're going on a big journey, but you know the way. Trust yourself, trust the inner guidance along the way, trust it, the fact that it felt aligned, that it was intuitively correct at one point. Trust. This is not just a short-term thing. Trusting your intuition and leading that way in life and business around money is a long-term, lifelong adventure, right? We are committed to that. So you know the way. Let's see what else we have coming up from here. We have 28, review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. I also see for you, this is a month of letting go, seeing where, especially I think it'll be brought up when you start saying yes to a lot of things that push you out of your comfort zone, especially big things, but anything that's out of the norm for you, around money, career, anything like that. You're going to start to realize where you're holding beliefs, you're holding obligations, you're holding habits, expenses even that really aren't things that are aligned with you. You're going to start to see where you're holding on to things because these are things you thought you had to do or you should do because of how you were raised, because of what your parents expect, because of what your partner expects, right? Like, I also see a lot of you holding money fears and letting those go this month. You're going to start to realize these aren't even my fears. This fear around money or this limitation or this doubt around money doesn't even actually resonate with me. It's not even actually mine. It's someone else's that I picked up, and you're going to get to drop it this month. And so looking for that, as you're saying yes to things, you'll start to realize, like, especially when you're like, I want to say yes to this, but I have so much on my plate. And then you start looking, you're like, actually, some of these obligations I have on my plate, they're not things I truly want to do. They're things I'm doing for others. Again, we had that over-giving element at the beginning. They're things I'm doing for others. They're things that I was told I should do by my parents or by society or something like that. And it's taking up my time or my energy or my resources that I would rather allocate to this new thing, to these new things I'm saying yes to. And so it's not to say you just shirk all responsibility whatsoever. It doesn't mean that you're irresponsible with money or spending because your intuition told you to. It's not any of that. It's really making sure that you're looking at what is no longer aligned for you to carry, especially things that you probably didn't even want to carry in the first place. You just did because that's how you were conditioned, right? So this is really where you're being guided to look at things this month. And so saying yes to things, trusting your inner guidance, and letting go of everything that isn't yours along the way, right? That's what we have so far. What else does pile 1 need to hear to make June as abundant as possible? We have the Seer. I want to pull another card from, this is my Wealthy Woman deck that I authored. This one, and the Alchemist. This card has been coming up a lot lately. You're going to see, I'm getting like mid-month for most of you. You're going to start to see opportunities where you can start, I'm getting like upgrading things, transforming things, transmuting things. What I mean by this is it could be in your job, it could be in your business, could be with your finances, but I'm seeing how you will start to see things other people can't see. Opportunities, like you're going to see at least one. I get from most of you like 4 or 5 of these different kind of different things where things could be improved, things could be bettered, like streamlined. This could be if you work, for example, I'm getting for some of you if you work for a company, you're employed somewhere, you could see where someone could be doing something more efficiently, or where the company could be, having a workflow that shifts and it would make things so much more quick and efficient and profitable. I get for some of you who have your own businesses, you might start to want to automate things, or you might start to see where certain automations you have or certain organic funnels you have are not really performing as well as they could be and where it could be tweaked. But here's the thing that I'm getting around, wherever you're seeing where things could be made more efficient, more profitable, it'll feel like you're the only one who can see it at first. Like you will say this, people will be like, I don't know what you're talking about, like, or I don't think that would work, or blah, blah, blah. Do not listen to those people. Continue to pursue that. Either your initial hunch is correct, or it's going to lead you to uncovering something else that absolutely does need to be fixed or adjusted in order to create more wealth, earn you that promotion or that recognition at work, that raise, or upgrade your business, right? So don't ignore that. Don't let like your peers around you or other people tell you that that's crazy or that they think it's fine just as it is. Like I'm getting that phrase of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If people start saying that sort of stuff to you when you bring these concerns forward or when you identify these things, that's their own perception. They can't see what you're seeing. You have some sort of gift, possibly all the time, or it might be just kind of awakening where you're starting to see more gaps. You're starting to see where dots aren't connecting. And you're going to be able to bring that forward to your business, to your team, or to your boss and do something really powerful. It could even be, if you're in a relationship and you share finances, you might see where some of your money isn't being used the best it could or allocated in the most expansive way. And you might bring that to your partner. First, they might be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but like dig deeper, dive into it. Don't give up on it. There's something there. You're seeing something other people can't see of where you can upgrade things, where things can transform or alchemize into more money, into more abundance. whether for yourself or for a company, which then leads to, a raise or promotion for you down the road, things like that. So you are not crazy in what you see. You are gifted in what you see. That's important to remember, especially this month. If you just let everyone walk all over what you're seeing and go, oh, yeah, you're right, you'd probably be a waste of time. It probably wouldn't even work as well. You've just shut down a huge gift that you have and shut down an amazing opportunity for you to tap into more abundance. So very powerful. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, I'm feeling this deck here. Get at least a couple more cards out for you. What else for June for pile 1 to make it the most prosperous month it can be for them? We have Black Kyanite Set Strong Boundaries. Let's see what else we have coming up for you. And Find Peace Within. Yeah. Again, some of this could be with strong boundaries. I do see a lot of actually boundaries now as this card comes out reflected in the messages so far. That need for strong boundaries, I should say. Strong boundaries with not being willing to carry what's no longer yours anymore around money mindset, money commitments, things like that. Even especially I'm getting for some of you, you've been taking on someone else's work or job, covering for them, and it doesn't feel good to do so. Let that go, right? But setting strong boundaries with what you're willing to carry for others, setting strong boundaries with how much you allow other people's doubt or perception sway your truth and what you see. Really important to have that. But also I'm getting this month, in order to get to a more abundant place by the end of the month or be on track for one, it's important for you to set strong boundaries with anyone or anything that threatens your inner peace. Even if it doesn't seem related to money or work or career, this is really a month where if you can look at, and again, it's some of it might be the things you're carrying that aren't yours or don't feel aligned to carry anymore for other people around money or career, letting those things go. But also just even if you, let's say you have a friend that every time you meet up with your friend, once or twice a month or something, they just want to complain about how hard life is or how hard it is to make money, or even if it's unrelated to money, how all people in relationships suck, or, whatever it is that they just want to complain about. It's important for you to clean up that energy this month and to set boundaries. And this could mean that maybe you start hanging out with people less or putting yourself in positions less that don't feel good to you. Maybe you go out for happy hour after work every day or every Wednesday or something with your friends, your coworkers. But every time you go, it doesn't make you feel good. Physically, emotionally, mentally, who knows? Don't stop going or leave early or, but having those boundaries with yourself to protect your inner peace. Or like I said, with your friend, possibly saying, look, I love hanging out. I really want to hear what's going right in your life? What's going so good? What are you excited about? What are you working on? What are you into? What are you learning? Or sharing more of that yourself and leading those sorts of conversations. Just having, it doesn't have to be super, rigid boundaries, but very strong boundaries, very powerful boundaries that protect your inner peace. The reason this message is coming through is because, again, so much is moving for you this month of June. So much is moving for you, pile 1. So many opportunities, so many things you're starting to see, areas for innovation, for improvement, maybe in your industry, right? Your business, your career, your job. You're expanding a lot this month, and you're handling a lot of stuff that's coming at you and the inner work. You're doing it all this month, and it's gonna feel pretty easy to handle all of these big inner shifts, outer shifts, expanding out of your comfort zone. It's going to feel easy to hold that as long as you're protecting your inner peace on a daily basis. If you are not protecting your inner peace, it is going to feel overwhelming to hold all of these exciting opportunities and juggle everything. So at all costs, protect your inner peace. I think that's just great advice for life in general, but this is what's coming forward for you for this month, is really making sure you are protecting your inner peace. That's going to allow you to get the most out of these situations, out of what you see, all of that. Let's see what else we have. We have, I open myself to the immeasurable possibilities that each moment holds. What did I say just now and at the very beginning of this reading? So many opportunities coming your way. Each moment, this is a great mantra. This is something I love to remind people of all the time. And myself. But remembering that anything can happen at any moment. Anything can happen at any moment. Like at any moment you could get an email with a job opportunity, and at any moment you could make a sale in your business or have someone inquire about something. At any moment you could have someone reach out to you and want to feature you in some magazine, or you could have someone reach out like a headhunter and talk about a possible new job at double the rate you're earning, right? Like anything can happen at any moment around money, career, otherwise. Are you open? Are you open to receive not just money, but are you open to receive possibilities? Because the possibilities are going to invite you outside of your comfort zone. Like we said, like, so are you ready? This is almost, I'm getting from my collective right now, they're saying right now, as you're watching this, so like either right before the beginning of June or right around the beginning of June, but really whenever you're seeing this during this month, can you take a moment right now and take a deep breath and just claim to yourself and to the universe, I'm ready to receive possibilities that will open doors to abundance. You just take a moment for that. Can you feel almost your heart center? I'm getting like your heart center opening and being open and willing to receive in possibilities. Remember, you don't have to say yes to every single opportunity that comes in, but you do have to be open to even receiving possibilities. You have to believe it's possible to receive opportunities. You have to believe that the right opportunities can come along for you easily. You have to believe you're deserving of opportunities. You have to believe you have what it takes to get out of your comfort zone and expand, even if it's uncomfortable, into the potential and the prosperity behind all of these possibilities. It's like you have to open yourself up to that. And I'm getting for you, it's like your heart center. Maybe even your solar plexus a little bit, but mostly I'm getting in the heart center. Like, can you open your heart up to it? Can you open your heart up to your full potential? Is what I'm getting. So take a moment. Let's just take a moment, just a couple seconds right here. Take a deep breath into your heart space. Breathe out. Just breathe deeply into that heart space and see it open for possibilities. I'm almost getting like put the little sign up, like open for business, or turn on the light so that the universe knows you're ready. You're open to receive possibilities for abundance. And you're open and ready to see what journey this will take you on this month. All right. So powerful. So much happening. So much happening for you. You're doing a lot. Like I said, you're doing it all this month of June, pile one. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it gave you some guidance for you to take with you to help you navigate all the amazingness that's coming this month for you in a way that can protect your inner peace, open you up to possibility, and move forward into all the things you can see that others can't, all the possibilities that feel aligned for you that will invite you into your next level. If you enjoyed this reading, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you took from it, how it resonated, or what you're intentionally manifesting this coming month. I'd love to hear from you below in the comments. You are also welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, channel messages, and subliminals for abundance. And if you want more resources to help you manifest more wealth or success into your life faster than ever before, I will leave links below for all the ways to work with me, including my Oracle decks, their accompanying journals, the Wealth Vibe membership, and my mentorship offers. And don't forget to join in the Wealth Vibe if you want to just saturate yourself in the energy of abundance, really open yourself up to receive possibilities, money with ease, right? And relax your way to more wealth. So with all of that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in June, and I'll see you in another reading very soon. Hello, pile number 2. I am so excited to dive into your reading and see what guidance wants to come through to help you make June the most prosperous it can possibly be for you. And as we dive in here, I want to mention real quick that starting in just a few days on June 1st, we are launching our 21-day receiving mode challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. And this will be the 4th time that we are running the receiving mode challenge in there. It is my absolute favorite challenge and one of our most popular in the membership because it is all about mastering the receiving mode and relaxing your way to more money. I will be sure to leave the link below so you can come join in if this challenge is calling to you. I would love to do it with you and share all of the other amazing perks of the Wealth Vibe, like our book club, our daily mini money readings for me, and also we have 3 live calls taking place in the Wealth Vibe in June. We typically only have 1, so we're gonna have some bonuses this month. So lots going on in there to keep you saturated in the energy of abundance and manifesting more money with ease. So let's get into your cards. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites in the whole deck. The Butterfly and Snowdrop, Hope. Ooh, okay. For June, for you. This is going to be a month where there are going to be things that happen that make you hopeful, but it's also going to be important for you to cultivate hope for yourself. We're going to get some more cards to expand on this in just a second, but the initial message that's coming through for you is that it's dual-sided, right? Like there will be things that come through, I'm getting that you've been waiting to happen for a while. Money manifestations, career manifestations, things that you've been waiting on for a while to come to fruition, some of those things will start to come. They'll start to manifest into your reality, or the beginning of them will come in. So things that will make you hopeful that what you want is coming, right? It'll inspire hope in you. It'll inspire that optimism. But on the other hand, it's going to be important for you not to just wait for the external reality to give you permission to be hopeful and optimistic. It's really important this month for you to anchor deep into your own source of hope and optimism, your own kind of sense of, like everything and anything is possible. I'm the creator of my reality, right? Like I'm getting these kind of, powerful affirmations might be really helpful for you, finding some affirmations, especially around money or around creating what you desire, your ability to manifest in this life. Things like that might be helpful. But I am getting that it's just going to be important for you to build up kind of a habit, a mental habit, a default way of always looking on the bright side of things this month, always looking for the positive, the opportunities and things. I get that this is because there are going to be some things like I said, some things will happen this month in June for you that are going to be like, yes, it's finally coming, but also it might come with some things that you didn't expect, or things that at first glance might look like they're going to get in the way of what you want. But if you look a little bit closer, if you hold on to the hope through it, you're going to see a silver lining. You're going to see how this is actually setting you up for something even better. That's what I'm getting. So hope is coming, and it is also the key to even more abundance, to something better than what you initially have asked for or are manifesting. So that is very exciting. Let's see what else we have coming up. Something possibly around this message to expand, or anything else. We have the Bear and Cedar leadership. I see this as in some ways, being the leader of your own mind, the leader of your perspective on things, kind of pushing yourself to lead yourself into more abundance and optimism around money or career at every turn, kind of asking that question of, how is this working for me? But I also see you possibly manifesting this month some more leadership opportunities. This could be promotions at work. This could be opportunities to step up and show what you've got and what you're capable of in your job. It could be being featured, kind of being invited onto or featured in podcasts or things in your industry if you're in business, right, that position you as a leader in your field. But looking for opportunities this month as well, where you can allow yourself to lead yourself into more optimism, into more hope, into more of a positive perspective around money. That's going to be important. But also looking for opportunities where you get to position yourself as a leader. This is what I'm getting for you right now coming through is more money is available to you when you claim your ability to lead. That's what I'm getting. If you shirk away from the word like leadership, you don't want it. This is an area for you to look at this month and examine why that kind of makes you recoil. I just saw 444. We were also seeing that in pile 1. So if you felt drawn to pile 1, I'm getting the guidance to tell you that that might be a line for you to watch as well. It's a very different reading. But if not, that's fine. 444 can also just be some sign for you this month. This card is also 4. I just saw up here in the Roman numerals. This could also just be a powerful sign for you this month, right? That you're on the right track. But it's going to be important for you to examine why you don't want leadership, if that's you at all. And if you are like, no, I'm totally on board and identify with being a leader, a trailblazer, a visionary, having responsibility, then can you step up to the plate of leadership even more, right? But you were born to lead in some way, even if that's just leading your family, leading your, taking the lead with the finances in your family and your partnerships in your life, taking the lead, being more of the sovereign leader of yourself, like we said, not waiting for things external to you to help you feel optimistic and hopeful, but building that first and then allowing that to find the things that feed that. It could also be for you, just leadership could be like in community, in things like that. But for a lot of you, it's leadership in career, right? With money. you're meant to lead in some sort of way. And so if you're not embracing that, this is a month to be looking for opportunities to embrace it or to do any healing work that will allow you to start to embrace leadership opportunities, because you're meant to lead. You're meant to be a leader. And more money, more abundance, more success lies on the other side of that. We just had this fly out. This is the Heron Oak, new opportunities. As you start to do these things, cultivating more hope, stepping into your power, your leadership, your willingness to lead, to go first in ways, right? Like new opportunities start to open up. New opportunities. And I see those coming very, very, very quickly for you this month. I saw 22222 on my phone, and we have 2, 3, 4 here. So lots of synchronicities. You're exactly where you need to be. I'm getting that life has led you to this point. Like everything that's happened, all the missteps, all the successes, all the wins, all the things that felt like blocks or failures, everything has led you to this point where I get it starting to click. Like it, and the hope is the kind of the kingpin of it, right? Like it's like you start to lean into that more. You start to cultivate that optimistic mindset and perspective around money, around every moment, around every situation. And you start to, that makes you more like solid in your leadership, and more opportunities start to open up. It's just like I get things like clicking for you this month. Things moving more smoothly and more quickly than before with your finances or career. It kind of feels like maybe you've been in a holding pattern the last few months or even years. This month it's like you're coming out of the fog, or you're kind of finally like, okay, I'm getting back in this really good groove. Money's flowing, opportunities are coming. I'm just feeling better about everything, and more like, okay, I've got this. I can handle this. I can make anything I want happen. Like you're starting to get more in that groove this month. And even if you haven't felt like you've been in some sort of fog or lack of clarity or plateau or stuck anywhere, it's like the flow just increases this month. I just see this, like things are easier, things are flowing more easily. Again, it's probably because of that perspective of like, what's the silver lining? Because when you have that, nothing can stop you, right? You don't get distracted by anything. We have sacred stillness, and we have fortress of protection. So this month, it's also going to be important for you to take some time to be still. If you have a vacation plan for this month, that is perfect timing. Find the relaxation in it, even if you aren't sitting around at a spa all day. Can you find stillness, inner stillness, in any sort of vacation or time off you have this month? If you don't, that is completely fine. Might want to consider taking a little staycation or something if you can. But even if not, I'm just getting like setting aside, even if you set aside a little bit of time each day, which is what we're doing in our receiving mode challenge in the Wealth Vibe. So that could be a good option for you here this month. But if you can set aside a little bit of time each day to just be still and look within, you're going to start to see are places where you've been keeping yourself stuck. And I can also see how some of the clarity that you're going to be getting this month comes from you looking inward. It's not just the hope, though it is, and the opportunities it brings. But it's also, as you get still this month, creating a stillness practice, a present moment practice, right? Like even just for 15 minutes or so a day. But doing this each day, just getting still and not trying to find anything that's wrong or any blocks, but just allowing yourself to notice things, see what comes up in that inner stillness. When you're not scrolling your phone, when you're not busy with work, when you're not chasing the kids around, when you're not running all over doing chores or errands or whatever, it's like when you can just be still for a few minutes and just be present. Even better yet, receiving all the abundance of the present moment, you'll start to see where the resistance is within you. And these are the things that as you start to clear them, it creates even more of that streamlined kind of flow of money. Things feel easier around money this month when you take the time to do it. So I just feel like, and this is something, it's not just month, it's like this coming months, right? This is a habit that you get to start to build that'll create such a more easy flow with money. I just see the way money flows in your life, it's going to change, it's going to get easier, it's going to get smoother if you take that time this month to be still, see what comes up when you're still in the present moment, just a little bit each day. And then through that, see the bright side, cultivate that habit of seeing the silver lining. You're going to shift a lot, and things will feel so much easier. If it feels like you've been having any sort of uphill battle in life, especially around money or career, whether you've just been plateaued or not being able to hit that next goal you want as fast as you want, or it feels like things have been moving in the opposite direction of you want, it's like this is what shifts those tides. This is what changes the flow of money. It's as simple as going inward each day and paying attention to what comes up when you do. There'll be a lot of interesting things, resistances, stories, fears, doubts, ideas also that can come through in those kind of still moments that can lead to a lot of money-aligned actions, even just money dropping in, like miracles happening. That happens all the time when people do that receiving mode challenge. So a lot can be found there, and I feel like that's going to be a big key for you this month. Aventurine, create your own luck. This was our stone for pile 1. So again, if pile 1 was calling to you, this is a double confirmation. Go check out our pile 1 reading as well, if it called to you. Create your own luck. So I see you as someone who, you might not know it, but you are incredibly lucky. You're an incredibly lucky person. And like I said, even with the beginning of this reading, when I was saying you might, see things and be inclined to think, oh, this is going to get in my way. This is a block. This is a sign things aren't working. It's like your ability to look on the bright side of things and your willingness to push yourself to do that and look for the silver lining, look how to turn lemons into lemonade. Like that creates a lot of luck in and of itself. But beyond that, just kind of cosmically, soul-wise, you carry a lot of imprint, like the luck imprint is what I'm getting. I don't know if I've ever channeled those exact words, but you have the luck imprint. You have the lucky mark on you is what I'm getting. So interesting that that's coming through. You are incredibly lucky. You might not even realize how lucky you are, how a lot of your luck has come in ways where it was like saving you from things that could have been so much worse, preventing pain, preventing hardship, preventing scarcity. Even if you've experienced a lot of those things in your life, it's like the level to which you've experienced them has been softened because of this frequency of luck that you just have embedded in you on a soul level. This is so interesting. So you are incredibly lucky. And when you're not conscious of the luck that you have and the way you're just naturally lucky, that luck just kind of is like a protective shield. But you this month are being invited to learn how to wield this luck more intentionally. Meaning, start looking for evidence that you're lucky. Start looking for evidence that things just magically work out for you, right? Like start even just little ways. Like, do you always get the parking spot that you want? Or when you're looking for evidence, do you just notice that like everyone else's order at the coffee shop gets delayed or messed up, but yours is the only one that's right or that comes out immediately ahead of the line? Like, what kind of luck, even in little ways, do you have when you can start to become aware of that? Then you start to manifest more of your luck into a kind of proactive use of it. And it starts to then create more lucky situations around money or success. So that's very, very cool. And we have Azurite, get laser focused. Yeah, get laser focused on your luck. That's what I'm going to get laser focused on how lucky you actually are. See that perspective. This is so important. It's going to bring you so much more abundance this month. Like this is a lucky month for you. This is, again, this makes sense too. Like the way your wealth is flowing changes this month. Changes for a lot of reasons, but one of them is that you start creating your own luck, not just letting your luck kind of protect you from the worst case scenario anymore, which is what I'm getting from most of you has been happening throughout most of your life. Now it's like, can you actually become aware of your luck, start looking for evidence of it, and start building in that identity, that self-concept within yourself of, I am lucky, because you are lucky. You were born with that imprint of luck, that lucky mark on you, on your soul. And the more that you're aware of it and you see it, the more you begin to tell yourself, I'm lucky, I'm lucky, I'm lucky. And the more that's what you create in your reality. So very, very cool. I love that. Let's see what else we have for you here. What else? What else do we have for pile 2? We have, I follow the most aligned path toward abundance when I do what excites me. So this is also a month for you to have some fun. I mean, I think having fun at any time is a great way to get toward abundance, because I believe personally that what feels fun or exciting or correct to us feels that way for a reason. It's usually our inner self or our higher self lighting up that thing, making it feel good so that we'll actually do it because it's the next aligned step toward abundance, whether we can see that how that would play out that way or not. However, this is very much coming up in this card for you. But the more that you are looking this month at like, what excites me? What would be fun for me to do? The more that you're naturally going to be given more and more opportunities, see more things flow. Like again, I just keep getting like money's going to start to feel easier than ever before for you this month when you do these things, when you focus on what excites you, when you focus on finding evidence of your own luck and building up that self-concept of I am a lucky, lucky, lucky person. When you take time for this inner stillness and just see what comes up, when you look on the bright side of things, when you step into leadership roles, when you allow new opportunities to come in, like you're going to just see things moving so much faster. And so these are just, there's so many different little pieces of the puzzle here for you, but it all really is just like, have fun. Don't overdo it, right? Like, let it be easy. Let yourself be lucky. Let luck serve more money to you, right? And don't be afraid to step up into being seen as a leader and looking on the bright side of things for that optimistic perspective. There's a lot of that, these inner shifts for you this month that I get that they're not big shifts. They're just a more intentional, like putting your conscious awareness on these things, on these perspectives and identities. And that's what's going to allow more money to come to you. And of course, just following like what feels exciting for me to do, what feels like the most exciting thing to do in my business, what feels like the most exciting way to get this piece of work done at my job, what feels like the most exciting way I could job hunt, what feels like the most exciting thing I could do with this extra money that I have, like invest it or save it or spend it or what. It's like, where are you excited to do anything, right? In general, follow that. That's there for a reason. I feel like there's something else. I was going to be complete here with these cards, but I feel like there's something else coming up for you. So let me grab one more deck. Yeah, let's grab one more deck. I feel like there's maybe one more thing coming through. It just doesn't feel quite complete yet, even though I'd planned to stop after that card. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Yeah, I'm going to pull one more for you. We also have cracked open rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Alchemy also came up in this similar positioning in deck one. Again, I really feel like pile one has a lot of wisdom for you as well. But surrender, right? I'm seeing surrender here. I get with these, I don't get you hitting rock bottom this month. I don't get things being so hard and the extreme. I feel like this is what happened in the past. And now it's like surrendering to the wisdom of it. Now it's surrendering to the lessons that you've learned. Now it's surrendering to just letting things be easy for you. You've done the hard stuff already. Deck two. Like, that's what I'm getting for you. You've already done the hard things that you need to do, that your soul needs to do, at least for this next level of abundance that you desire. You've already learned the hard lessons. Now it's time to just surrender to what wants to come up when you're silent, when you're present. Surrender to the fact that you're lucky. Stop telling the stories that you aren't. Surrender to the fact that you're a leader. Stop resisting it. Surrender to the new opportunities and everything that comes with them, and find the hope and the optimism throughout them. Like, surrender, let it be easy is what I keep getting. Let it, and I know we hear this all the time, and it can be maddening in the manifestation world, especially around money, but can you let life and money and success be easy? Like, what if the only thing making it hard was that you are pushing to make it hard, that you think it has to be hard? What if it can just be easy? What if you are so lucky that everything you desire could be served to you on a silver platter by the universe? What if it could all come in so divinely, so effortlessly that you don't have to chase anything? All you have to do is be open to looking at things through the most positive, supportive, expansive lens and finding the bright side in every situation and knowing your own luck. Knowing you're lucky. Like, what if it were that easy? What resistance comes up in me even saying that? That's where you can start examining things now and looking at, what do you need to let go of in order to actually surrender to the truth of how lucky you are, and to all these opportunities that are coming to you this month that you get to use to really launch you into more hope and see the positive within it and open up more abundance. All right, that feels complete. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Pile number 2. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment below letting me know what you took from this reading, let me know how it resonated or what you're manifesting in June in specific. I would love to hear from you below. You are, of course, welcome to subscribe to this channel for future card readings, channeled messages, and subliminals for abundance. If you want more resources to help you manifest more wealth or success into your life faster than ever before, I'll leave all the links of the ways to work with me, including my Oracle decks, the accompanying journals, the Wealth Vibe membership, my mentorship offers. And don't forget to join in the Wealth Vibe membership if you want to saturate yourself in the energy of abundance and rewire yourself to manifest more abundance with ease through our Receiving Mode challenge in June. Also, I will say July, we're doing a challenge around luck as well, like stepping into that lucky identity. So that would be perfect for you if you feel called. With all of that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance and luck in June, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what guidance wants to come through to help you make June the most prosperous it can possibly be for you. As we dive in here, I want to mention that starting in just a few days on June 1st, we are launching our 21-day receiving mode challenge inside of the Wealth by membership. This will be our 4th time running this challenge in the membership. It is my favorite of all the challenges that we run and one of our most popular in there because it is all about mastering the receiving mode and relaxing your way to more money. So I will leave the link below so you can come join in if this is calling to you. I would love to do this challenge with you and share all of the other amazing perks of the Wealth Vibe, like our book club, our daily mini money readings. We also have this month of June 3 live calls taking place in the Wealth Vibe this month. Normally we only have 1, but we have 2 bonus calls that are going to be so powerful. So lots going on in there to keep you saturated in the energy of abundance and manifesting more money with ease. So come join in if you like. That link's below. Now let's get into your cards. Let's see what we have in store for June. For pile 3, we have called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to pull 1 or 2 more cards here for you because I want to see what else is coming up. We have Breath of the Cosmos, My Will to Thy Will, Micromanaging the Universe, and we have Karmic Relationships, Orion Energy, Polarity, Soul Growth, Conflict. Okay, first of all, I want to say whenever this card comes up, I love it. I channel, the collective I channel from primarily is my Arrow Collective, and they hail mostly from the Orion system. So here's what I'm seeing for you in June. I am seeing like this is a very pivotal month for you, especially on a soul level, a karmic level. This is a month where you're going to be, I get that it's not that you necessarily choose to go bigger this month, though you might, but you are absolutely going to be called to go bigger. You're going to be either put in some sort of situation. You are going to have something happen, not necessarily something bad, but just something will happen that will catalyze something within you that you're like, I have no choice but to go bigger. I have no choice but to step up. I have no choice but to, I see a lot of you like finally, if you're like considering leaving your day job and going full-time in your business that you've been starting, it's like making those sorts of big leaps, and maybe you weren't planning on that this month, but that's what's going to happen, or maybe it's something else, right? But like things of that magnitude where it's like you are going to start going bigger. You're going to make big, bold leaps. You're going to do big things that feel more aligned for you, more like your soul's truth, leaving behind things that are toxic, that are holding you back, stepping into the fullness of your power in whatever you do to make money, in the way that you manage money, in the way that you talk about money, in the way you relate to it. But I just see you like, like it's almost like you feel like you don't have a choice in the matter. I want to be clear. It's not that you were forced into something like physically, literally, but more just energetically, soul-wise, like you will feel like there is no choice but to step up and go bigger. It could be, I'm getting for some of you, you might see injustices in the world and be like, I'm so done playing small in my own life. I need to go bigger so that I can make more of an impact where it matters. For some of you, it's like this call of like a wake up call I'm getting, like maybe something happens, like you see someone in your day job who's like, I'm out of here, bye, and they leave in like this blaze of glory, and you're like, oh my God, this is what I need to do. Or maybe you're like, oh, there's an opening, I need to step up into that position, and I didn't think this was going to open up ever while I was here. Like, I need to just step up into my power and ask for that or claim it. There's just these different, like, doors might open, but you are going to feel like, you're like, I can't not walk through it. That's what I'm getting. You're called. You're called on a soul level to move forward. This is going to be a month of intense growth, as you can imagine, with having it's like one big thing. I don't necessarily see a bunch of things, but it's like for some of you in your business, there might just be something that happens. Like maybe you have a launch that you're just like, this did not go how I wanted, and I am so done settling for less than what I desire in my business, or I'm so done charging lower rates. I'm so done not fully saying what I want to say and watering things down to try to please people. And it's like you just kind of have a moment where you maybe snap in the best possible way, and you get out of your own way, and you actually let the full power of your authentic truth and voice come through, and what you actually want to do and say. You are like, I'm not holding it back anymore. I don't care what people think, and that's going to lead to a lot of success for you, something like that, right? But whatever you're called to, there's so much success on the other side of it, but also so much personal power that's going to be required of you to step into it. And this is where so much growth is going to come through. There's going to be a lot of polarity this month for you. I see it mostly being internal. There could be, again, these external things that, it could be that you hear the story of something tragic happening to someone and you're like, screw this, I'm not going to stay small anymore. Life is too short. I'm going to go for something bigger. By the way, that's how I started my whole business and left my day job, right? Like these things are very real and they can have an impact on us. It could also be just that you see someone else fully going for it and living your dream and you're like, what am I doing? I need to go do that too. So whatever it is, whatever happens, I feel like there's a lot of, I'm getting the sense of, again, the polarity, but a lot of these extremes, a lot of that, like finally realizing the gap between where you are and where you want to be and saying, screw this, I'm not going to stay here anymore. I'm closing that gap right now and just going for it. And I can see a potential quantum leap for you this month if you say yes to stepping up into that, and yes to following that call, right? And like going for it, whatever that looks like for you, whatever the aligned timing is for you. But it's like there's a decision that you make energetically. You go all in on something this month. You feel like you have no choice but to go all in on it. And when you do it in your power, you do it saying, I've got this. I'm the one that's meant to do this in the full embodiment of your soul's power. Like you are unstoppable. And this is part of what your soul came here to experience, was the knowing of its full power. And so this will be a lot of growth, a lot of expansion. Expansion is uncomfortable all the time. So there might be some discomfort this month, the discomfort of ego death, the discomfort of letting go of things that you thought you weren't going to let go of yet, the discomfort of standing in your truth and in your power, and how vulnerable and scary that can be at times, and how the strength required to hold steady in your power when other people are looking at you and they're like, you're not the same as you were a month ago. And you're like, yeah, I know, good. Like that to hold that and not doubt yourself and wobble takes a lot of personal power as well. So there's going to be a growth of your own power and your connection to it this month through all of this. And all of that makes you more of a match for more money, more of a match for the power that money carries, and more of a match for being able to effortlessly wield money and all its power. And I'm getting for like a higher good, right? We also have with the Breath of the Cosmos cards, My Will to Thy Will, micromanaging the universe. It is so important this month that along these big kind of shifts and jumps that you're making internally especially, but also externally, that you don't try to predict how things are going to shake out. The more you try to predict how things are going to shake out, the more you micromanage the universe, right? Like how things are going to manifest, what's going to happen when you make this big leap. It's like the more that you do that, the more you shut down like all the potentials and you narrow it down to just what you can imagine. But the universe is telling me, like my guides, the universe, my Orion collective, my Arrow collective, they're like, you, so much is available to you and you can't even imagine most of it because you've never had this kind of connection to your power before. So you can't even imagine what's possible when you do. And when you try to predict what's going to happen when you step through that door, when you answer that call, especially in terms of how's the money going to come in, when, what's it going to look like, in what quantities, how's it going to feel. It's like when you try to predict all of that and tell the universe this is what's going to happen, it's like the universe might be like, okay, fine, you can have that, maybe, but it's going to be like a fraction of how much it could have been, or it's going to be less easy than it could have been for you, right? So there's kind of, it's just this energy of letting go, this energy of surrender this month, along with all this, like, honestly, surrendering to your power, to the calling that you're receiving, and also surrendering how you think things have to look or should look or need to look on the other side of that surrender to your power. Really powerful stuff. I love this. Okay, we have the Adventurer. Of course we do. This is my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. And we have financial flow, so that's good to see. The Adventurer is all about like going on a new adventure around that's going to lead to more abundance. So this is very fitting for you. But it also just means that like every step of the way, again, not trying to predict how you're going to get to the money you want on the other side of this, how you're going to get to the success you hope is on the other side of this big stepping up into your calling. It's more about following what feels exciting to you, what feels good to you, letting that guide you, and letting yourself just be game for the adventure of this is something in your soul contract that I'm seeing. This is really important to your soul's growth and expansion. So being along for the adventure of this is going to lead you some phenomenal places that you can't even imagine, right? It's going to lead you to an increase of financial flow. Like the universe is giving me this to give to you before this big calling happens, before you make this big leap or right around the time you do, so that you have this reassurance that even if on the immediate other side of this big leap, the money doesn't look like it's there, it will be, whether directly or indirectly, right? It could come the way you think it might. But like we said, because there's so much available, it could come a different way. It might be that this leap, you might, for example, leap into a new job, and then you're like, this is not what I wanted, or the money isn't as good as I thought it was going to be, or I thought I was going to have more opportunities for bonuses and I don't. It might then put you in contact with someone at that company who then has a contact somewhere else, and you leap again, and then the money flows. Like, it's just stay open. Again, stay open in every way, because this big leap eventually will lead you to more money. It might not be immediately, and it also might not be in the way you think it's going to look. But this is why it's so important to be surrendered, to just be along for the ride. Like, just be like, I'm along for the ride of life. I'm along for the ride of this big calling, because I just feel like I can't ignore this calling from my soul. And you get to trust that there's more money on the other side of this, but you have to be so surrendered in how it happens, right? Without micromanaging it. So there's so much, like, also I'll tell you, so much of this is like power, which is coming through. That word power keeps coming through over and over for you in this reading. And so much of what it requires people to, and I saw 1111 on my phone, so that is really nice confirmation of what I'm about to say here. But it requires so much power to be able to surrender. Like surrendering truly to your power, surrendering to what is calling you, surrendering to the discomfort, surrendering to however things want to play out, all the opportunities, and not micromanaging the universe. Like, all of this, surrendering to the adventure, like, it requires so much power, so much of a connection to your personal power. But here's the thing that I've learned, and here's the thing I truly believe, and what I've seen for myself and countless people, like the thousands, literally thousands of people that I've worked with within my business to change their financial realities. Especially, I work with a lot of high-level entrepreneurs as well. And what I've found is that the more you are connected to your inner power, the more easily you can translate that inner power into external abundance in a lot of different ways. Whether it's from selling things from a place of power, interviewing from a place of power, performing your job, creating content from a place of power. It's like when you are so tapped into your power, you are undeniable. Money cannot help but come to you. Money and power go hand in hand. Power attracts money. Money gives power. Power attracts money. Money gives power. Like, it's a self-feeding cycle. This is, I believe, why some people even often say, like, you have to have money to make money. It's not necessarily that you have to have the money. Of course, having some money to invest in other things, of course, makes it easier to make money, but more so it's an energetic game. It's like when you have money, you have more power, and it is a sign that you were connected more to your power. So you're already a match for money, and then you have a little bit more money, and that gives you more power in a different way, and then that, makes you a match for more of your power. And it's just like, it's an energetic thing as much as it is like a numbers in your bank account kind of thing. Even probably more so, because I've seen a lot of people have a lot of money in their bank account and then lose it all. And it's because they're not connected to their power, or they were, and then they dropped that connection. You are really mastering this month. You're being given this calling to help you not just get to more abundance and quantum leap to it, but to really help you master your connection to your power and master the ability to maintain that connection. This is huge. This is freaking huge. And I'll tell you this, most people don't master this in their lifetimes. Most of the world. And that's why, like, this is what I do with my high-level mentorship clients. Like especially entrepreneurs, people who are very high-powered in their careers, people who are looking for that, they've already built something extraordinary and they're looking for that next level of it. It's like, this is a lot of what I see those people do that other people don't, is that they're connected to their power and they're willing to find new depths of connecting to their power. It's a lot of what I help people with, but it's so crazy to me how much we don't talk about the energetics of power and money. We just talk about the power that money gives you in terms of you can buy things or influence things, right? There's so much more to it. And when you realize this, which you get to realize this month, it's like, this is, in a way, true mastery over money manifestation. This is huge. This is amazing for you. Wow. Lemurian quartz. Wow, we have Lemuria and we have Orion energy. Like, just a lot of starseed energy. This is also the starseed deck, so that makes sense, right? But this isn't. Again, this is something your soul has been practicing for lifetimes. This is something your soul came here with this intent to have this moment in time, this big mastery, this learning of how to connect to your power and then translate it into external abundance, right? But practice patience. Again, I'm getting that on the other side of this leap. Of course, there could be more money. On the other side of you saying yes to this big change, this big calling, this way of showing up more authentically in whatever you're doing, whatever it is. There could be more money, more wealth, abundance on the other side of it. But I get for most of you, it's going to take a little bit of time for that to come in. Because in that time, in that gap between when you say, okay, yes, I'm going all in on this, or I'm making this move, or I'm going to show up all as me, I'm not going to play small anymore, whatever it is. I saw 15, repeating numbers could be a sign for you as well. But the more that you, like, between that gap, sorry, I was saying with that gap between when you decide to answer whatever this calling is that you feel like you can't ignore, and where the money shows up, that's where the patience comes in. That's where the connection to your power is truly mastered. If the money just came as soon as you made that jump, it's like there's no need to hold your power. There's no need to hold the surrender to everything, to yourself, to your power, to the universe, right? To the manifestation of things in divine timing. I just saw 555 again on my phone. Like a lot of fives repeating for you are a sign that you're on the right track this month as well. But the gap between the two is not because you did something wrong. This is what my guides want to tell you. It's not because you did something wrong. It's because it's the gift where you get to practice the patience of not micromanaging the universe and instead continuing to surrendering to the adventure of it all, surrendering to your power, surrendering to holding your power. And that's how you master that ability to do so. That's how you master the art of wealth creation. We have Argonite, release your emotional baggage. Yeah. And of course it's coming up over here with our, our soul growth card and the expansion of it all, right? I get that you're naturally going to release a lot of emotional baggage around money, around success, around authenticity this month. Like you're going to release so much of it this month naturally. I don't get that you need to go looking to try to find ways to release your emotional baggage. You're going to do it, period. Like you're going to do it no matter what. You will release emotional baggage because it will not be compatible with who you've decided to be when you answer this call. It will not be compatible with you being connected to your power. It won't, like the places I'm getting, the places where you've been holding any emotional baggage, any density, energetic density, those are the places, like the receptor sites almost in your soul, where your power, where you're supposed to be plugged into your power. And so the minute you start plugging into your power, it's like by default you've had to release emotional baggage. It doesn't mean that a little healing work wouldn't hurt this month, but I don't get that this needs to be the main focus for you this month around money, unless you really feel called to it. But I feel like that's it, the emotional baggage, it gets to release for the most part pretty much on its own naturally because it's not, it's not compatible. It doesn't have anywhere to hold on to anymore. You can't hold on to it and hold on to your power at the same time. You just can't. We have, I am a conduit for the universe's riches. Yes. The universe is delivering so much to you. The gift of like this gap between your jump and the money, the gift of your power, the gift of so much abundance and wealth, right? There's so much the universe is gifting you, but more so it's like the universe is like, can I use you as a conduit for money? Are you open to this? That's something you get to decide for yourself or not, but really the universe is like, I want to flow money through you. I want money to go to you so that you can give it to others who need it. I want money to go to you and accumulate around you so that you feel secure, so that you can share your full gifts and your full power with the world. I want to flow money through you. Are you game? Yes or no? And that's a question that you get to answer right now, and you get to answer and choose and remind yourself of every day this month. If you can remind yourself, like yes or no, are you willing to be a conduit for the universe's riches? Are you willing to allow money to flow to you, through you, around you, within you? Are you willing to do that knowing that with it, it's going to require more of your connection to your personal power? If you aren't game for that, you get to say no to it, and then the amount of money that flows to you gets to be less. But the universe is like, are you ready? You've gone through so much in the last several years. You've gone through so much to heal. I think you're ready. Have you decided you're ready yet? And if so, there's going to be something that's like there's a calling you can't ignore. That you step through that door this month. But as you step through, continue to hold your power, continue to be willing to be a conduit, continue to be willing to connect deeper and deeper into your power, no matter how much that might stretch you, no matter how much that might feel uncomfortable at times, no matter how much emotional baggage that might require you to release, which our ego often doesn't want to do because it's probably been carrying it for a very long time. It's part of your identity. So are you willing to say yes to it? Personally, I'm always willing to say yes to it because, again, that's the adventure of life. I'm willing to say yes to more of my power, always. Because that's, I think, the truest remembrance of our soul. And the truest way we get the fullest experience and wealth in all forms in this lifetime. But if for some reason that doesn't feel good to say, you get to say, no, I'm not willing to be a conduit for more money, for more power right now. And that's okay, the universe will pull back a little bit. It won't leave you like completely destitute or anything. That's not what I'm getting. But it'll be like, okay, I'll give you only what you're willing to handle, only what you're willing to step through into this month. So this is just that reminder of like, you're the creator of your reality. You're in charge. But that can be used to help you or hurt you. It can also be used for you to go at a pace that's more sustainable for you. But so much is available to you this month if you're open to it. If you say, yes, you're ready. Yes, I'm willing. Yes, I'll answer the call. Yes, I'll surrender. Yes, I'll allow things to manifest in their divine timing. Yes, I'll pick up more of my power and release more of my emotional baggage. Yes, I'll practice patience so that I connect to my power more. Yes, I'll be surrendered to the adventure of it. Yes, I will expand and hold power even when it feels uncomfortable. Yes, I will allow more money to flow to me. Yes, I'll be a conduit for the universe's riches. Wow. Okay, this was an incredibly powerful reading. My goodness. Pile 3. You carry so much power in you. You really do. And you're going to be carrying even more of it by the end of June, right? And therefore, more money, more abundance coming your way, whether by the end of June or going into the coming months. But it's like this is setting you up to hold so much more money, to wield so much more power, to kind of get on this growth tangent of power and money together. Really beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Pile 3. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you took from this reading. Let me know how it resonated. If you want, you can let me know what you're manifesting this coming month. If you already know what this calling is, this big move you're making, I would love to hear from you. You are also welcome, if you'd like, to subscribe to this channel for future card readings, channeled messages, and subliminals for abundance. If you want more resources to help you manifest more wealth or success into your life faster than ever before, I will leave links below for all the ways to work with me, including my Oracle decks, their accompanying journals, the Wealth Vibe membership, and my mentorship offers. And of course, don't forget to join in the Wealth Vibe if you want to saturate yourself in the energy of abundance and rewire yourself to manifest more abundance with ease through our Receiving Mode Challenge. With all that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in June, and I'll see you in another video very soon.